Hello, everyone. I'm Gary,
I'm John.
and we're
Two
two
bros
bros doing
shows.
shows.
Oh wait, but what's this? A special guest?
We do have a special guest, don't we?
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
That's
Alvin.
Yes. How you doing, big guy?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
And this was our guest today, as we were all three of us watching NXT and their pay-per-view in San Antonio today. I am here with the list of Garrico, and we are going to go over just a few of the things that happened today. Obviously, our top story today was what happened with Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode. But before we get to that, we're going to go over just a few of the other smaller points. Number one, Eric Young versus Ty Dillinger.
Is this poor guy ever gonna win a match?
I don't think so. Not pay-per-view wise at least.
Yeah, I mean, like the last few pay-per-views he's lost, right?
Well, Ivan and I, we looked up his record in NXT TakeOver pay-per-views. It's not very good.
It's actually a lot worse than what you would think.
Yeah, because he's only won one or two of the 12 that he's taken a part in.
Yeah.
And
well, taken apart would be correct, I guess.
well, yeah, taken apart. That's a new way of putting it. But yeah, and this is disappointing because a guy like Ty Dillinger has a lot to offer, and I just feel like he's a mid-carder in a show that has no mid-card title. So I think it's time to move him up.
Hashtag forever mid-card.
Hashtag he's not so perfect 10.
Yeah, speaking of perfect 10, everyone just was screaming 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and more 10.
And nothing happened.
And yeah, I mean,
it looks like Ty Dillinger's 10 was not as good as Eric Young's 10.
yeah, no kidding, because those guys from Sanity definitely took those guys apart.
You took that guy apart.
And yeah, I mean, all four of them, even Nikki Cross, had something to do with that.
No? Did she?
Yeah. It is sad to see Ty Dillinger lose.
Consistently.
And you know, my wonder is, if he is in the Rumble, is he gonna move up? I mean, is he going to stay with NXT? And what's his role going to be around WrestleMania when they go to Florida for the next takeover?
Well, me personally, I think that they're keeping him there as a what do they call it to make other people look better?
Jabroni. Jabroni.
Basically a jabroni.
No, there's an actual
An
word.
enhancement talent.
Yeah, pretty much. A guy who always sits there and loses to make other guys look good.
Look better.
And
Yeah.
maybe one day he'll get his due, but
I just don't want to see him get turned into the next Zack Ryder.
oh god.
That'd be an unfortunate thing. Now, hopefully, if they push him to the main roster, they could give him. If they put him on Raw, US, or if he puts him on SmackDown, which I think is a better fit,
Yeah.
you could have him face for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, I think you
give him some type of a push that would do well for him.
I think
Well,
Intercontinental title would be perfect for him.
I think Intercontinental would be great. I mean, I'd love to see anybody but Roman Reigns with the U.S. title. I mean, the guy carries it around like it's a bag of huff. So, it's like he sits there and carries it over his back like it's this giant weight on him, and he doesn't give a shit about the title.
Technically, he's not the U.S. champion anymore.
I know,
But yeah, I get what you're saying. The
Yep.
whole him not having enough respect.
for the title. And then Jericho won it, and we all know Jericho's leaving after April.
For Fozzy.
Well, yeah, for Fozzy. So he's not going to hold on to that title for much longer.
Well,
So who takes it?
Roman Reigns as well.
I don't think that's what's going to happen.
I think that's exactly. I think what's going to happen, because they've been pushing the whole double champion angle for a few weeks now.
For quite a while, because if you look at it, Seth Rollins, didn't he have the U.S. champion and the WWE championship at one
title.
point?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And they might
So
do-
did The Miz, technically.
technically, you're right.
So honestly, I don't think they're gonna want to go that route because of the popularity of Seth Rollins. But let's get
Even
off
Roman
that.
Reigns.
Let's save that for tomorrow's discussion. Anyway, back to NXT. You had Roderick Strong versus Andrade Cien Almas. I'll be honest, this match, I mean, at least to me, this is kind of a wash because I don't really feel anything either way for either one of these guys just
It was
yet.
a good match, though.
It was a good match, and it was very physical. Roderick Strong is definitely one of those talents you're going to want to keep your eye on.
But my thing is, they were trying to give a good push for
Almas.
and they just turned around and they made him a heel for reasons unknown, unless that they wanted him to be heel.
Andrade Cien Almas was a heel when he wrestled in Mexico.
So
he
they're just giving him
back the heel turn that he had when he was wrestling down there. Unfortunately, as has been the case for a lot of wrestlers in this situation, when you wrestle for the WWE, you kind of have to have a command of English, and Andrade does not have one. And guys like Shinsuke are very lucky to have one, because no matter how talented you are, this is essentially an American company. And I don't mean to sound, to downplay his importance, because he is a good wrestler.
But Rey Mysterio, if you're going with a situation like that, you take a look at guys like Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, who could both speak English and very fluently Spanish, especially when they get mad.
Yeah, not to mention guys, unfortunately, that have already left, like Alberto Del Rio, who also had command of English.
Yeah.
But Andrade, I mean, when he gets mad, he speaks nothing but Spanish, and his command of English is very minimal, if that. So I think before he gets a big push, he's going to have to learn more English. I mean, look at what happened with Neville after he finally learned how to speak fluent English. Now he's the king of the cruiserweights, and he's getting a cruiserweight title match.
Supposed
Rumble.
king of the cruiserweights. Okay,
Well, it's a title that was self-given.
Yeah, thank you. I'm probably biased right now, but I don't like Neville. I'm more of a Rich Swann guy, but we're not going to talk about that right now. That's a different whole situation.
But the fact is, the match was extremely physical. I did like what Roderick Strong did, especially that running knee to Andrade's face, man. You heard a crack with that knee. I almost thought he broke his nose straight up Seth Rollins style. But apparently that wasn't the case. But yeah, this was a very physical match. I think Andrade definitely has a future with the WWE, as does Roderick Strong. I think they're just moving up in the ranks. Anyway, after this is one of the more interesting parts of the pay-per-view. Seth Rollins came from out of nowhere.
Wait. That's Seth freaking Rollins.
Hashtag Seth freaking Rollins.
And then he was like, Triple H, I know you're back there. You better come out here and face me. And you screwed me out of my Royal Rumble. You screwed me out of my title. And oh man, it was just like a freaking powder keg leading up to the Rumble, which tells me something's going to happen tomorrow. Because I think they would not have pulled this if nothing was going to happen tomorrow.
So what you're saying is surprise entrance by both Seth Rollins and Triple H? Because if you remember, Seth Rollins lost to Sami Zayn for the spot at the Rumble.
But that doesn't mean they can't give him a different spot.
True.
Like say, oh, okay, you can be in the Rumble at number one.
Or number 2.
Yeah.
Either way.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Triple H says, okay, you can go in as a number 2.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Because you'll never be number 1.
One. Yeah. I guarantee that it will be one or either or both in the Rumble because after what we saw tonight. And I think that's important to realize because this is not going away at this point, and I'm glad they're picking up on like an 8-month-old storyline.
Considering Seth Rollins got screwed, I don't know,
August
by Triple H pedigree and Kevin Owens holding the title, which a guy again I don't think necessarily deserved it. But again, that's getting a little off subject. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some tension, and what happened after Seth Rollins came out was Triple H came out,
And he copped out.
Yeah, he copped out, had security, tried to basically remove Seth Rollins. He beat up the first few guys.
That sounds about a big Triple H move.
Yeah.
Punking out, someone calling him out, punking him out. What, he's going to show up out of nowhere and attack him from behind? Like he always does, because Triple H is a coward.
Yeah, exactly. He has no snowballs. But anyway, but the fact of the matter is that happened. So after that, we got the Authors of Pain versus DIY.
I call it that.
This match was
amazing.
A great match. It really was. I mean, amazing is an underwhelming way of putting it. I mean, you had some great spots in this match, including one that I almost thought DIY was going to win because they had them in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, in the middle. Both the same thing they did with the Revival.
Except this time, I forget if it was Rizar or Akam, lifted up one of them and then just thrusted him on top of the other guy. And it was amazing. I mean, I almost want to say it was glorious, but we'll get to what was glorious here in a minute. But
that match, I'm sure, was great.
That match.
I called that match. Authors of Pain is one of my favorite tag teams.
And
I was hoping it was actually against the Revival because, Revival.
And Authors of Pain are only the second tag team or second champions ever to win their belts undefeated. The only other one is Asuka that I am aware of. So the fact is that Authors of Pain are looking very strong right now.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal is underwhelming way of putting it.
Understating it, yeah.
And it sets up an interesting match WrestleMania weekend because they're going to wait for the rematch until WrestleMania weekend.
More than likely, yeah. Unless somehow the Revival cons themselves way into the
and makes
triple
it
threat
a
match.
6-way, a 6-man triple threat.
I don't know. I think the Revival is moving up. I don't think that they're gonna. I think after WrestleMania they're gonna be on the main roster.
Well, they were on the pre-show, so if they didn't want anything to do with NXT, I don't think they would have said what they had said earlier today. And they were supposed to move up, but as you already know, TM61, Shane Thorne was injured, so that may hinder them moving up.
Yeah, and no, only because even if they get, moved up, they've had before the NXT champion be NXT champion and still be on the main roster and wrestle for both. They could do the same thing with the tag team championship.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it might not be a good idea, but if you push the Revival, the top guys, you put them on, a show like Raw, and you make them fight two guys who doesn't deserve the titles, Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yeah, And in all honesty, those guys could pretty much take out anybody on Raw because, in all honesty, outside of, I don't know, unfinished business with, say, Big Cass and Enzo, there's nothing interesting for them to do on Raw with the exception of New Day. So it would almost be more interesting for them to go to Raw because they need a shakeup in their tag team division.
Not to mention that talk about Big Cass, a guy like Big Cass who's look like they're trying to give a push to be a singles and just have like Enzo walking around like a manager type position instead of his tag team partner.
Yeah, and I find that a little disappointing that that's beginning to happen.
I don't know. I think Enzo makes a great manager, in my opinion. I mean, granted, they're still a great tag team, but they can have sort of a Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman-ish relationship.
The other thing for me is you take a guy and you look at a guy like Enzo Amore, and you can put him up there with the gift of gab like The Rock, Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
You can hand him a mic. He could talk his way out of pretty much anything and be perfectly fine being in that manager position.
Yeah.
Which is what I almost think is happening with Paul Ellering right now and the Authors of Pain, because you haven't really seen a lot of English from the Authors of Pain.
Yeah, because I don't know what the heck they speak. It's all haba dibby dobby dibby type of stuff. And I have no idea what they're even saying. They could be like, oh, we're going to beat these guys and then jump them and then take their titles. They won't even know what's going on. And that's whatever language they speak. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying.
It's actually because they don't realize that they're actually on a wrestling show.
I don't think they realize it either. I don't think, like, you're on a show where a mass majority of the people watching it right now speak English. So can you please speak English? Even if it's horrible, please speak English.
Yeah! But anyway,
Devin, if you have to.
Jeez.
Anyway, speaking of English or other forms thereof, we had Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, Nikki Cross, and Asuka in a women's fatal four-way match, which, in my opinion, there were a few things that happened in this match. Nikki Cross got put through a table by Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, and was as useless as tits on a bull. Or in other words, she got her ass kicked because she got put through a table.
And was completely useless the rest of the match.
Yeah, she didn't even get back up.
She disappointed me.
Disappointed.
Not to mention that I thought Ember Moon was going to be in this match, and I thought Asuka was going to lose, only because, Ember Moon. But, it would have been a neat thing to see, like, Nikki upset Asuka, and not even have to pin Asuka, pin, like, Peyton Royce or the other one.
Well,
Billie Kay, I think is her name, right?
Yeah, Billie Kay.
The chick with the face.
And Peyton Royce. Nikki Cross is too new, in my opinion, to win the title. I think she's going to have to earn it.
Yeah.
But I think Sanity is definitely...
Well,
and that's my thing. That's my thing. You take Nikki, and she has the power and the backup of the group Sanity, like 3 males. There's not going to be a lot to try to do anything to her to lose that title.
Yeah, not to mention, also, I think the reason why they played it out the way they did was because she's supposed to be a strong contender, they wanted to make it where she didn't look weak when she was incapacitated.
Right.
They wanted to make sure that if she was going to be incapacitated, it was going to be for a damn good reason.
Exactly.
And what better reason than to be put through
a table?
In the words of Asuka, okay!
Speaking of Asuka, she almost looked like she wasn't going to win until she got as pissed as a frog in a sock. And man, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, they were kicking her, but they left her outside
for a mistake.
A while they were beating up Nikki Cross.
I was surprised.
And then she got up and she was like, "Kah! Kah!" They have landed both
No!
both spin kicks.
I mean,
on-
kicking both their faces off.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying, jeez.
Like
But-
your face is in section B, subsection 26. You know,
Please pick it up at the end of the night.
at the end of the match.
Honestly, though, I'm surprised with everything going on with Nikki Cross and Peyton Royce that no one started chanting Asuka's sleeping.
Or Asuka's gonna kill you. I didn't hear that either.
No, because she had a 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1.
And one.
Well, technically 1 versus
This
1
is
versus
versus
2
two.
because Billy Kay and
And
Peyton
Peyton
Royce are
Royce.
butt buddies, but that's
Yeah.
besides the point.
Well, come on, they only make it super obvious. But
Oh, sweetie, you're not gonna go. You're gonna not be by yourself, and we're gonna win this match together. That's literally what the
Yes.
case is.
Okay, anyway.
oh, I want to go out there and sniff a flower like Mighty Mouse, you know. Anyway,
Oh my God.
getting back to the point, you know, this sets up Asuka versus Ember Moon because Ember Moon and Liv Morgan had a #1 contender match the Wednesday before this Saturday for #1 contendership. Ember Moon won, which makes this sort of interesting
That
because
top rope stunner.
at the
That's
next time that Asuka defends her title, it will be undefeated versus undefeated. So this could be when they push Asuka up because she loses to Ember Moon. I mean, that is going to be one hell of a match.
Yeah.
I will tell you that much because both of those women are brutal.
I think Ember Moon might get her eyes kicked to normal color because they're normally red. They're not gonna be so red after the end of the night.
I don't know. Asuka may have all their hair paint taken out of her after a fucking top rope stunner. So
That's yet to be seen. You know.
and neither one of them, I think, have stepped in the ring with each other.
Nope. Not
So
against each other.
yeah,
We had the Liv Morgan and Ember Moon, and then we had before that was Ember Moon, Liv Morgan, and Subway tag teaming with them versus Peyton Royce,
and Billy
Billy
Kay
Kay, and some other person,
and
and Nikki
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross.
So
So
yeah, I mean this women's division, I'm glad with the way they've rebuilt it in NXT so quickly because everybody thought, oh no, the NXT women's division is about to go to shit. So
because of people like Sasha, Charlotte,
And
Becky, and Becky
and
Bailey
Bailey
leaving to the main roster.
Yeah.
But they have talent: Asuka, Liv Morgan.
Well, it was impressive.
Regardless of if you like them or not, Billy Kay and
And
Peyton
Peyton
Royce, it is what it is.
I honestly, you know, part of me, I'm not entirely sold on Billy Kay and Peyton Royce just yet. I think they are going to be a nice duo of heels, but sooner or later, this whole best friends act, it always ends. And somebody stabs the other one in the
Dana
back.
Brooke, Charlotte. Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, I think you did.
4 horsewomen. Oh, did I say that too? Damn shame.
Yeah.
Anyway, the most glorious match on the card, which was
My bad.
yes, in case you don't know, that is Bobby Roode's theme music. But the point being, Bobby Roode defeated Shinsuke Nakamura and took the NXT
Pick up the phone because I called that match too.
I didn't know which way that match was gonna go.
And I thought that Shinsuke was gonna win.
I honestly, part of me did believe that that was gonna happen, and part of me didn't think it was gonna happen. Now, obviously, this means at WrestleMania there will be a rematch for the title because there's a rematch clause with every title now.
But wait, by the way, another name for this match would also be Entrance Mania.
What? Oh, I don't know about that just yet.
Oh,
We'll
God. No,
see.
Bobby Roode and Shinsuke Nakamura always do it up in a different way each time at a takeover.
Oh, you mean the fact that Bobby Roode walked out with like 6 women?
8.
Oh, it was 8.
It wasn't quite 10, but it was 8. So
Yeah.
you can't say it's really perfect. It was glorious, but not perfect.
Now the funny part about this is I'm getting tweets on Twitter saying, "Oh, Bobby Roode's WrestleMania entrance should be walking on water and healing the sick." Now I love Bobby Roode's theme music, but man, that guy is a jerk. But yeah, honestly,
He's a glorious
jerk. Yeah. It was a very physical match.
It was a very great match. It was great.
Now,
It was phenomenal, some would say. But, the best top way to say it was glorious.
now I have to be honest too. I mean, I'm not sure if Shinsuke was kayfabbing an injury or whether that was legit, because they did keep Bobby Roode off him for a minute. But it does seem like the fact that he went right back to attacking that leg.
It seems like maybe
a bit obvious that it was kayfabe. So I'll be to be fair. Some people, there's been rumors all weekend about who these 6 or 7 special entrances might be for the Rumble. This, to me, with him losing the title, maybe. I obviously have nothing to confirm it with, but it would be an interesting entrant, especially if Lesnar is in the ring at the time he comes out. Because they made a point of pointing out the fact that Shinsuke has been in the ring with Lesnar before. Cough, cough.
The other amusing person I think would be for him to be in the ring with, if Undertaker is in the ring and his music hits.
And
a guy like
Shinsuke?
Yeah, because you take 2 very different worlds.
Yeah.
Very different worlds. And Shinsuke probably be like, yeah, this is an honor, but I'm gonna throw your ass out, old man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, imagine what
But
happened.
Undertaker's gonna be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be like,
it'd be cool. It's all.
And then it would be like,
with his head on his chest like this.
Yeah, exactly. Those 2 will just dick with each other for like for the next 90 seconds until the next person comes out.
I think it would just be amusing. That's why I mentioned the Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
Well, I could see that happening too. I mean, we don't know because the Rumble is so stacked right now, and these 7 entrances. I mean, God help us if they stick a loser like Ellsworth in there. But let's hope that this Rumble
Do you think
is as high
as amusing as it is? Every now and then they always throw a random woman in it. Do you think that one of the 7 would be one of the random women, or a woman coming back?
There is a women's tournament happening this summer. So, and as far as I know, Awesome Kong is not in TNA anymore. She was fired because she got in a fight with, I guess, Matt Hardy's wife. So
that's because
maybe,
running through stuff.
Maybe. I mean, if it's going to be one, it'll be Nia Jax or Awesome Kong. Maybe that's why Nia Jax's match is at the pre-show. So
Maybe.
it's
Honestly, Nia Jax is the only woman on the main roster that, I mean, until Asuka gets to the main roster.
There's one specific chick that I heard rumored.
Okay.
Beth Phoenix. Now, I don't know how much of the rumor's true. She's been in it before, eliminated Great Khali, kissing him and then throwing him out. But that's besides the point. That was amusing to me.
no, Beth Phoenix, nah. I mean, I could see her interfering in the 3-on-3 women's match and maybe screwing over Mickey James, but in the Rumble, no, that ain't happening. So she's not big enough either. She'd have to be really big, and most of the people in the Rumble, especially if you're going to throw Joe in that mix, that are way bigger than any of the women that are out there right now.
There's a lot
outside of Nia Jax.
Yeah.
All I know is there's a lot of shocking rumors and people that are rumored to be in this.
Well,
I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah.
I don't want no part-timer winning the Royal Rumble. I say that now.
Well, no.
No part-timer.
No part-timer. Bad.
None
Bad
of that.
part-timer.
Shame on you.
Shame.
And yes, that's you, John Cena, because you're a part-timer. I'm calling you out on that bullshit.
I'm
You're a
calling
part-timer.
everybody. No Brocks, no Cenas, no Takers,
No Goldberg.
Goldbergs.
You
None.
too.
Yeah.
You're old.
Go home.
Go home before you break a hip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Undertaker broke his hip.
Again.
Yeah, it'll be Ellsworth. He'll win the Rumble.
No. The day Ellsworth wins the Rumble is the day hell freezes over.
The amusing picture I saw was Ellsworth. They wanted that said Goldberg, Lesnar in the ring, and the only way it'd be more amusing if Ellsworth music goes off and he eliminates them both. That would be a waste of a number, but a hell of an elimination for him.
No. I'm just
saying.
Yeah, no. Chances are it'll be
Come
one
on,
of those
it's no
things.
chin mania. What are you doing? Man? No chin, hashtag no chin mania.
I don't want no chin and nowhere because Ellsworth is a loser. Loser.
But he has Carmella.
Yeah, well, good for him.
Oh.
Another loser.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, yeah, so tomorrow we will be bringing you,
We'll be filming our live reactions.
Yeah,
and putting them on.
And then putting them on YouTube after we've filmed them. Yeah. So this will be the next video for tomorrow's Royal Rumble will be a live reaction video, which we will then put up after the fact.
So it'll probably be up around Monday, Tuesday morning, but
I would say Monday at the latest. So, and we will try to make sure that all the sound and everything is perfect. I will admit the sound's been a little wonky for the last couple shows, but we are trying to fix that incessantly. So my apologies to any of our fans or watchers out there. But we are definitely headed into this new year and the road to WrestleMania and taking it very seriously, including a new design for the list of Jericho. So for tonight's show, I'm Gary.
I'm John.
And I'm Ivan.
And we are signing out.
Deuces.